I think I'm just bringing this back like 90s school lunches because fruit cup I'm getting in here, kind of like syrupy fruit roll up, a little bit of gushers. What is up? Today I am drinking a very special beer, brand new from Beachwood Brewing. This is Cloud Simulator. It's a Hazy IPA. Newest hazy from Beachwood Brewing, and it is about to drop this week. I'm very excited to crack into it, and gotta love the artwork on this beer. Right? That is just a very cool looking can. First impressions are everything, and the appearance on this beer looks really super cool. So let's read a little bit more about it because I don't really know much about this beer. It's Raining Juice. This velvety soft hazy IPA is loaded with notes of tropical fruits and fresh squeezed juice. I don't know, that's setting up a hazy IPA really, really well. And let's see, 6.6%, so it's a single hazy here. I don't know much more than that, so I'm really excited to crack into this beer. Let's do it. And on the pour, it's cloudy, it is murky. Woo! Really nice looking beer here. I mean, from a hazy IPA perspective, this is exactly what you want to be seeing. It's straight juice, nice and murky, but not too dark. It's keeping that really kind of like bright gold in that murkiness. So it's kind of, you know, it's that pale yellow, but it's got like hints of bright gold within it to keeping that nice and bright as well. So you have a really nice looking head sitting right on top that's hanging on there pretty nicely, just nice and fluffy. Nice film of head sitting right on top. Good stuff. And so let's see what the aroma's like on this. It's giving you that classic like fruit juice aromas that you come to expect with a hazy IPA. Not too sweet, not too dull. There's a melon component to this aroma as well that I really, really like. Kind of that candy Skittles type of thing going on as well. Like not like big candy flavors, but definitely some sweetness and some kind of like candy fruitiness. Yeah, I mean melon, citrus, juiciness, great orange, touch of strawberry too, which I really, really like. We don't know the hop profile in this beer, so I can't really like speak to any specific hops and like what they might be bringing to the table. But overall, this is that kind of like hop fruit salad that you actually really like in a hazy IPA. But everything's bright, everything smells really fresh, so it's actually like inviting me to take a sip. And man, should I do it? All right, let's do this. Wow, that's a really nice beer. So the first thing on this is that you have to remember and recognize that this is a single hazy IPA. So you aren't expecting anything too massive in terms of sweetness, in terms of body, and that's what this beer gives you. It gives you a lightness in the body that drinks really fast, really bright, and really fresh. It's not like oversaturating my tongue in any way. There's not this like residual sweetness that makes you think there's too much alcohol. Like this is a single hazy, and it really personifies that in the most perfect way. There's a really great citrus component, just as we saw on the aroma, and then there's also a really great kind of fruity component to it as well that I'm excited to dig into a little bit deeper and see what I'm getting there. Like my overall impression, like after sipping it, is like it's almost giving me like fruit candy vibes, like fruit roll up, a little bit of gushers. Like if you're, you know, a 90s millennial, and that's kind of one of those things that you remember from your early school lunches. But yeah, from a kind of like lingering flavor perspective, that's kind of where my mind's going. But let's like continue to dig into it and see if I can break this down a little bit more. Yeah, I think mixed berry for sure with a strawberry forward presence. If you remember fruit cup as well. So I think I'm just bringing this back like 90s school lunches because fruit cup I'm getting in here kind of like syrupy cantaloupe, melon, pineapple thing going on. This doesn't come across artificial like the ones that we had back in those days, but it does bring me back there kind of mentally, where you are getting some of that fruitiness along with like a little like subtle syrupiness, like just a touch of sweetness. along with that. Not over the top, really, really background, just enough to kind of like solidify like, hey, you're drinking a hazy IPA. This isn't like a West Coast IPA that just has a ton of fruit in it. So there is that. And then there is the kind of like strawberry, raspberry, blueberry thing, with strawberry leading the way. It's a pretty interesting flavor profile. And honestly, it's like right where it needs to be. I just got through doing another video on Beachwood tasting with 28 Haze Later, which is their like flagship hazy. So this is kind of builds on that. It's got a balance that works out really, really well. This doesn't have the bitterness of 28 Haze Later, but it has all of that balance that you're looking for when it comes to fruitiness and like citrus components, as well as kind of like sweetness. It's dialed back on the sweetness. Like for a lot of hazy IPAs, I avoid them because they get really too sweet, and this beer doesn't get there. It gives me just the amount that I'm looking for, and then it stops just short of going over the top. So fruit salad, fruit cocktail, fruit roll-up, hazy IPA, not super creamy, not super thick. Really like what Beachwood's doing here with Cloud Simulator, their latest hazy IPA. It's a single IPA, 6.6%. This is what's going on in this beer. You like what it looks like, you like what it tastes like. Pick it up, give it a try for yourself, because I don't know, I'm gonna drink this whole can, so excuse me while I do that. Cheers.